Right, let's talk about the upcoming African Peer Growth Network third annual conference in collaboration with the University of South Africa. That's happening 6 to 8 December 2023 in Pretoria, McClellan campus. We look forward to receiving the authors who will be presenting their papers there, especially the junior and emerging scholars who will be joining us and presenting their work at that continental conference, because we are trying to and I think we are succeeding to host a continental conference, a conference of continental proportions, and we are opening up the space for emerging researchers, emerging scholars. We'll have seasoned professors there who will also be presenting papers and thereby be able to give feedback, constructive feedback to the papers presented. And don't mind my heavy breathing, I'm out doing my morning walk. Been at it for 3 kilometers, now heading back to base. Yeah, but the hallmark of this year's conference is that we invited some high schoolers to come and observe. Some are in grade 12, about to finish and go to university, and they're interested in studying law. And therefore we said, come through, come see how lawyers do it at the higher level, in the level of higher education. Come see how doctors of law, how senior lecturers, how professors of law are doing it at the level of academia. So some of them are in grade 9 actually, and they'll be joining us as observers. We are hoping, by doing this, we are hoping that we would have impacted the African child. We are hoping that in the next 5 years or so, these children would have had clarity on the careers they want to pursue. They would have had proper insight on what exactly happens in the context of the careers that they so, lovingly seek to pursue. That's what will be happening. But we'll also be having other industry players, attorneys, advocates, some judges that will be coming through for that conference as well. It will be a hybrid conference, which means we will present physically in Pretoria, and others who can't do so will be allowed to join via Teams and make a presentation during this particular conference. A theme that looks at decoloniality and Africanization in the context of Africa, basically how to move the continent forward using the metrics of decoloniality. In other words, looking at the curriculum, how can we decolonize it, looking at the energy sector, just energy transition, the agricultural sector and the economy, financial markets, international economic law, and so forth and so forth. Things that we handle on a daily basis, but we engage with those issues, at the granular level, as we are trying to do at this particular conference. What are we hoping to achieve out of this? We're hoping that the engagements that will be there will lead to some policy changes, some decisions, or some thoughts around policy that could influence decision makers, that could influence public functionaries in doing their work. And we'll be disseminating this information. We'll try and live stream it on Facebook and on YouTube under our research platform handle, and on Facebook under our African Peer Growth Network handle, the page that we have on Facebook. And we're then going to publish a book out of one of the themes, which is the teaching of international law in Africa. We already have authors lined up for that. They'll be presenting their papers, and they'll also be polishing those papers to become book chapters in this book to be published by UNISA Press. We will also be handling 2 special issues. In fact, we are looking at 3 special issues in 2024. One with the Comparative International Law of Southern Africa, Comparative International Law Journal of Southern Africa, another with the South African Yearbook of International Law, and we are in negotiations with the with the Mercantile Law Journal of South Africa in order to publish some of them there. We will try and encourage authors to reduce some of their entries into blog posts that we can put on the African Peer Growth Network website under our blog, so that we can disseminate this information and ensure that it reaches everybody out there. So that's basically what we will be dealing with in December, 6 to 8 December in Pretoria. If you are an emerging scholar and you're in the area, give us a shout. We'll be able to give you more details on how you can join in. If you can't come through, you can also join in via the online platforms such as Teams, or whichever platform we then announce as the streaming platform for the day. So that's basically what we are aiming to do this year for the 3rd annual UNISA APGRON conference that's happening at Pretoria, 6 to 8 December, brought to you by the University of the Land in collaboration with the African Peer Growth Network. Thank you.